Hello, this is LightningtheWolf9. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to draw Zangoose. Zangoose is a cat ferret Pokemon thing that was introduced in Generation 3, my favorite generation of all, because it was my first. Yeah, it's probably that only reason. Anyway, I'm sick, so that's why I'm only doing one Pokemon today. But let's get this show on the road. So Zangoose is actually a pretty simple Pokemon to draw. Well, sort of. I mean, it kind of depends. Anyway, first off, you're gonna want to start with drawing the head, which is just a circle, and then you kind of want to go down a little bit, and you want to draw a little whatever you want to call this, frickin' banana. I don't know. Yes, it's a banana. There's the thing. See, it looks completely like a banana. And then after you draw your banana, you're gonna want to draw the arms, which is sort of like that. They're thin at the top and they like get wide at the bottom. Kind of like Snorlax, I think. I don't know, I haven't looked at a Snorlax recently. And the same thing on the other side. Oh, that arm is shorter than the other one. That's not good. Try to make your arms the same length. And if they're just barely close, you know, you can just shift that down a little. That's close enough. After you draw your weird punching bag looking arms, you're gonna want to draw the feet. As you notice, Zangoose's feet are kind of wimpy. Like really, it's his whole body is just the upper half. He barely has a lower half at all. I'm not even sure how this thing is supposed to run on all fours. It is said that it normally walks on all fours, but I have no idea how that's possible because these arms are way longer than these legs. But whatever. Its legs are pretty easy to draw. You just kind of draw a gentle curve and another gentle curve and then 3 little spikes for, you know, toes. You can try to make that more like that if you want, but I'm just gonna draw like that. And then the other leg, of course, you come in and you draw 3 like that. Okay, that was awful. There, and you can add this little line here to show that it's standing, you know, with the foot out front. Anyway, I have a problem because my foot is a little kind of weird. That's an awkward angle that this Zangoose is standing at. Oh well, whatever. Next up, you're gonna want to draw the ears, and I recommend doing this in a different color than red because then it's easier to erase parts. So his ears have a short little triangle and then a longer triangle, like that. And then on the other ear it's long first and then short, which is kind of weird. It kind of reminds me of Latios and Latias, actually. Short, long, long, short. There, we did the ears. That's amazing. Then you're just going to want to put a curve there, of course, to fix his head. You can add fur if you want him to look, you know, emo or something. Then you put a little eye curve. That's kind of bad. That's a bad eye curve. Like that, because he's angry all the time. And you can draw his eye if you want. And then you draw his cheek coming out of his eye. It's perfect. And then you can draw his other eye, right? And then you just draw little slits for eyes, because he doesn't really have much of a pupil, if you look. And then you draw the rest of him. You got little fur spikes there for his arm, but it's not on the other side, if you notice. then you just draw down. We'll do his claws later, don't worry about that. Alright, and then you do the belly over again. But this time, don't go all the way down. Just stop right there. Don't do this part. And you can trace over his legs, too. Try and make him better if you want. I made him worse, that's fine. There. His foot looks nice now. And then get rid of the red. Just get rid of all the red. And that one little purple dot. There we go. Oh god, his eye is kind of weird. There. Fixed it. Then you put a little triangle nose and, well, a U. Or a V. Whichever you want. There! He's almost complete. Now all you need to do is add his giant claws. And some extra fur or fingers or whatever this is. And the markings, of course, and then and the tail, and you'll be done. I almost forgot he had a tail. In fact, let's add that tail right now. He has a spike there and another spike there that's split into two, like that. So it's kind of like an onion in a way, a very thin onion. Yeah. So spike there, kind of F that up. Spike there, another spike there. Whoa, that was weird. Another spike there. Split that into two, and you got his tail. It's beautiful. Now all we gotta do is get another color. I'm gonna use green, and then you gotta draw claws like that. It's kind of like an ice cream cone, sort of. Yeah, if you can't draw nails like that, then you just draw an ice cream cone, and then draw the circle on top, and then erase. And there you go, you've got sort of the same thing. So, on this side, since his claws are facing forward, we put a thumb, and then we put the frickin' giant long nails. And then does he have, yeah, he's got like a little finger here. So, you just put that, and you're done. And erase that purple. Oh wait, does he have he has a paw! I didn't know he had a paw. You put a paw. Done. That arm is done. You just get rid of the purple, then you turn the green into purple, and you've done it. I think. Yeah, you've done it. Great, except my claws are facing the wrong way. Yeah, you kind of want them like this. I did it more like that. Oh well. I'm not perfect. Then on the other side, you do the same thing. Except you want him to face sort of downwards because he's, it makes sense that way. Then you put another little finger there and another little finger there, or fur. I'm not really sure which that is. I think this is a finger and this is just fur, but I'm not entirely sure. Then you just get rid of the purple, and then you color the green Then you color the green purple. And there, you've got Zangoose, except now you need to add the red markings. The arms are the easiest, just put triangles. They don't need to be perfect like that. Okay, you can make it a bit better like that if you want. But it doesn't really matter. Then for his stomach, that's probably the hardest one yet. You just go up, up again, then sort of in, and it's like a Pikachu tail, kind of, with a scythe at the. It's like an M, actually. Don't think of a Pikachu tail. No, it's kind of like an M, a really wonky M. See, it's an M. It's totally an M, just with this leg sort of cut off. Yeah, so draw a bubble M, right? And then make this end a point, and then just cut this M off. Not this M, but this leg off. There you go. Cut that leg off, and then make this leg into a point. And you've got his design! Actually, now that I think about it, it's more of an N. Yeah, it's more of an N with like just a thing hanging off of it. Well, you can either draw an N or an M. Doesn't really matter. You get the same kind of form either way. And there you go. You've got a Zangoose. a grumpy cat ferret of your own. Oh wait, I forgot about this. That's his like most defining feature of his face, and I completely almost forgot it. So, you draw, get rid of that and that. You draw a little, you get rid of that head actually. Then you draw one triangle and then another triangle that's a little bit smaller. And then you put a little check mark in his eyeball. And my check mark's kind of ugly. Try that again. A smaller check mark this time. And there you go! You've got Zangoose. Now you can just color him. Alright, and there's Zangoose, and I forgot to color his nose. There you go. That's Zangoose, standing on 2 legs. Now how about we try something different? We can take this Zangoose and try to draw him on 4 legs. That's a bit of a this foot is really bothering me, but that's a bit of a challenge. We could totally do that. So let's go ahead and try to draw this thing on 4 legs, because of course you're not gonna just want to draw it in this one pose. Of course not. You got to look at all the body structures, and I don't know what I'm drawing here on the side actually. I was gonna draw his claws, but then it sort of became I don't know. Anyway, let's try to draw him on all 4s. So, you start with the head, again, and you make a little circle. And then, seeing as his body is round, like this, you sort of have to make him round again. Right? It looks like that. Like a squash. Like a squash. And then you can just, I'm not exactly sure how he walks on all 4s with these giant claws, actually. How would he do that? How would you walk on all 4s, like, with these giant claws coming? Okay, I gotta think of it like a bear. Bears have giant claws, if you've ever seen a bear. They sort of walk funny. I guess it would sort of be like, you got this, right? Oh, I made his arm too big. Remember to make sure that the bottom is wider than the top. Because Zangoose's body structure makes no sense at all because he's a cartoon character. So, I don't know. I guess maybe his claws would just be like that coming out of there. I don't know. Like, it wouldn't really fit with how he's standing here, but how else would he walk? Like, he can't just walk like this, like a freaking monkey. That wouldn't work. Claws don't work like that, so they gotta be coming out like this. But then, how does he move? It's kind of weird. We'll worry about that when the time comes. For now, just draw the arms without the claws. It'll be fine. Trust me. And then you just draw the leg, and the leg is actually gonna be kind of difficult because the legs are short, as we've clarified. But surely, with enough time and enough practice, you can draw Zangoose's leg. There. So it's sort of like a cat leg up here, and then you just turn it into a crocodile when you come to his foot. There. And now you just have the tail, and the tail is rather easy at this point. Just that. And there you go. Let me move him away from this other drawing so that they don't merge. Alright, now get out your purple or whatever other color you're using and draw some ears on him. Remember, short and then long, and then long, and then short. I can never draw this ear right. Oh well. And then you can just make his face sort of like that. Okay, let's actually keep more to the art style than going on my own. Okay, I'll zoom in. Make his head a bit rounder. Erase this ear a bit. Then you make the little eye thingy. I don't know what to call this. It's kind of like a messed up W or a messed up U, or an arrow that isn't complete. Then you draw his eyeball. And then you draw his cheek. There. It's nice. And then you can draw his other eye if you want. And there's slits. His nose and his face. And then you can get rid of the red in his face if you want. Don't get rid of the red anywhere else, just his face. That way you can see him better. And then over here, he's got like little puffs of hair. Puffs or tufts? Whatever. I don't know if they're on this side or if they're on this side, but I guess that's up to your choice. You can make it on both if you want. Now let's try and make these messed up feet, arms, I mean. This is gonna be kind of tricky. I put a little fur piece at here, and I put a little finger there, or maybe they're both fingers. I'm not really sure. And then I'm just gonna wing it and try and do that. There we go. That actually kind of worked. Get rid of the red in those claws. Try not to get rid of their whole body by accident, like I always do. There. It's a perfect arm. And then do the same for the other side. You can add a bit of fur there if you want. Little claw, and then a carrot. Now that I think about it, it looks like a carrot. In fact, put the carrot on that side. You can kind of get rid of this claw. Never mind about that. And then put a little claw on that side. There we go. And make sure to keep his stocky appearance. There we go. And you can get rid of the red inside of there, because that would bother me like crazy. There we go. He's got his arms. And now we just need the rest of his body. As you can see, I moved the belly down a bit. It's no longer like this. It's now like this. Okay, not like that. Like that. No, not like that. Like, no. Like that. No. And like this. Is that right? Perfect! It might take you a couple of tries to do the body structure right, because Zangoose is kind of wonky. I mean, he is kind of thin at the top and then fat at the bottom. You know what? Now that I look at it, this isn't right. Oh darn, I didn't mean to erase everything. Okay, he's a little thin here, and then he goes like that. Okay, that's not right either. Give me a moment. Skinny here, right? And then wonky. There! Sort of. Maybe that's how it works, because over here near his belly, his feet are closer to the ground, so I don't know. I don't know how his body structure works at all. Just draw his feet as best as you can, trying to mimic Zangoose in a four-footed stance as best as you can. You can add a line there if you want. Not sure. Oh darn, I erased everything. Not sure if that would help you or not. Just erase the red that's in the foot. Don't do what I just did. And erase a bit of that. In fact, maybe all of it. Put this a little longer. Maybe not that long, but a little bit longer. Add the other leg. Maybe only put 2 or 3, whichever. Nah, 2. Put 2 or 3 claws there. And then you can work on his other side, on his back. There you go. Remember, it's skinny at the top and chubby near the bottom. That's kind of messed up, actually, right there. You can add a bit of fur if you want. I'm not really sure how fluffy Zangoose is, but he looks pretty fluffy to me. I mean, just look at him. He's kind of fluffy, especially here and there. And since I like my tail, I'm just gonna keep it, but you can alter your tail however you want. And how do you keep this tail when it's not really attached to the body? Well, that's easy. Just go around it and make sure that you're on transparency and stick it right on there. Perfect. And just erase that. And erase a bit here. And there you go. And there is Zangoose on 4 legs. Sort of. Oh wait, we need the markings. I almost forgot about that again. So, for the arms, it's of course very easy. Just put 3 or 4 little spikes like that. For his head, it's a bit more tricky. You gotta erase this line here. And then you have to put 2 spikes there, right? It's 2? Yeah, it's 2. Good, and then you do the check mark thing. So there's the check mark going through his eye. And I failed at it again, because I can't do it. I can't. It's so hard. It's difficult, especially when he's like this. Maybe erase a bit of that ear and a bit of that chin. That'll probably help. Right? Am I right? I hope I am. Okay, that's not right. It might take you a few tries. That's okay, because this is a really weird marking. There we go. I sort of did it. As for this M here, which you guys can't see because it's not on the screen. There it is. With this M or N or Thunderbolt pattern there, yeah, I'm not really sure if that would show, because the arm is kind of covering it. But then again, it could also show there. See, if I had drawn him on the other side, facing the other way, no, I don't think it, I mean, it might. It would, the M would probably point out like that if it were on the other side. But this is on the shorter side with this nub here, so I have no idea if that would show. I mean, I guess if you want, you could put a little nub there, but if you don't want to, that's fine too. I mean, either way, it's Zangoose. The marking could be different depending on what Zangoose you have. Haven't you ever seen that episode of Pikachu's Goodbye where there's all those different Pikachus and they have like slightly different markings? It could be like that, but with Zangoose and his markings and not Pikachu. All you have to do now is color this guy, and then you'll be done. And there you go! That's Zangoose on all 4s. Sort of, kind of. I don't know. I don't really like this area here. Maybe if I fixed that a little bit, it'd look a little better, but I have no idea. There, does that look better? I have no idea. I think it does. Well, there you go. I drew Zangoose on all 4s, and I drew him standing upright. Hopefully this helped you draw Zangoose if you wanted to draw Zangoose for whatever reason. Anyway, this has been LightningtheWolf9, teaching you guys how to draw Zangoose from Pokemon. Thanks for watching.